Yeah, I'm Eddie. I'm 60. I've lived in East End Park from Quadrill Flat since 1949.
I'm John. I'm turned 60 and I've lived in East End Park area all my life, virtually, since I was a little nipper, you know, type of thing.
You know, so where I came from, it was a very rough part of Leeds. They had their own, my mother said they were hard, but they were just.
Everybody was more or less in work, even though there were hard times.
People solved their own problems as well. You didn't go running to a counsellor for everything, you know, if you'd got a...
I know when I first came to Meanwood, if I wanted to go out, I could go across to a neighbour and say, oh, I'm expecting the coal man this afternoon, will you let him in to the coal place? And they always used to do, quite happily, you know.
You could walk in somebody, maybe go to somebody's house and that, but they did used to help one another. If you're in, you know, trouble out, they would come and help you out.
I don't think the neighbours seem to be saying, my boss will go out to her, but I don't find them as friendly as we were brought up, kids, you know.
Oh, you knew everybody that
knew everybody
in the street.
We used to play in the streets. We used to be kicking a ball about in the street, cobble street, mind you, you know. And get down onto the moor, just like we say, get onto the park, you see, yeah. It was very much the same in that respect.
The park had a lot of amenities itself.
In itself,
paddling
East End
pool,
Park, yeah.
Sand pits, didn't it?
Yeah,
there were no
the
lids or a
hills.
glass about or like that.
Running track,
But that's going
football.
That's 50s really,
Yeah.
or 60s. It changed in 60s.
We also, at the church, there was a boys' club. And then, of course, there was the usual things, you know, the Boy Scouts and stuff like that.
A boxing.
Boxing, I was just going to say that, St Pat's.
Yeah. St Patrick's
Burns.
boxing were famous. Yeah.
Burns, we used to do boxing up at Burns and they'd let you in.
The church was strong round here.
If people didn't attend church or get involved, really there was nothing in those days. Skipping. Ball games.
Yeah. We used to go on East End Park and do cross-country running, you know, all over and around the cinder track, and there was always something going on, you know, and kids seemed to be willing to go in for it, you know.
I was at Leeds Technical School. I'd done my school certs and I could have gone on A-levels and university.
People didn't have qualifications as such then, but they took a job and learnt by experience.
I left school at 15 on the Friday and I had a job Monday afternoon. That's how easy it was to get a job. That was 1963. Hang on, 64. And my mum took me down to Yorkshire Evening Post in the morning and said, can I start at 1 o'clock? Just like that, an apprenticeship as a printer. Nobody worried about getting a job.
Out of 50, 49 of us got jobs within a matter of a day or two.
It was quick as that.
You know, as quick as that, and it was amazing.
That's what it is discipline. At school, there was a thing called locum parentis. And when you went to school, if you misbehaved, the teacher would give you a clip round the hero. In fact, it was a talk of our playground. Have you had the chair leg yet? Which wasn't a chair leg actually, it was the cross member, but that's what OK used to belt his, I never had him unfortunately, but a lot of my friends did, he used to crack you with that.
We get the impression it's softly now, whereas before it used to be short, sharp. The one brutal in it, well some of them could be, but generally speaking, the copper was, he were there if there were a burglar, so if they all had trouble they were there and they dealt with it, like, you know.
And the teacher class here. And you didn't go home and tell your mother that the teacher had belted you, and else you get belted again for misbehaving at school.
Even in the homes,
Oh, definitely.
you know, I mean, we'd never talk back to your parents.
You were tired, you had to be in at that time, yeah.
Were you ever late?
No, I think I out months late, and that's it were. But I've been to somebody's house and my dad were waiting at the end of the street. But yeah.
And let alone swearing, and yet you get some little kids, and it's not the kids' fault, coming out with language. They've heard it from their parents.
And they've heard it from there, so we've
It's
3-4
a-
generations.
You know, it
since
goes
we were-
on and on and on. It's a
So you think there's
hell of
been-
a cycle to stop, you know, it just goes on and on.
But, I mean, you go on buses now and you hear them using 4-letter words that we never would have used. In front of fat babies and stuff. And these are young parents, some of them in the teens, and it really shocks me, you know, to speak like that in front of a child.
Fantastic.
To the Clarks, I think it is Clarks up there,
Well, it's Clark Street, yeah.
near the medical centre, and you'll see big iron gates at the end of the streets.
Yeah. You'd have never saw
You
that.
never, you know, I mean,
it's
if we'd have seen something like that, that was in America, the Bronx,
oh,
you
you'd
know,
have
and all
thought they
that.
were a reclus or something.
You know,
Two things that really stick in
enjoying
my
riding,
mind.
you know.
Yeah, never had.
Never.
Well, nobody had cars
You didn't
anyway.
have a
like,
car
you know.
really in them days. you know.
Burnout cars were just never saw them, but like, you know, is the drug culture just was not there, and it shocks us. It shocks older people now as drugs, whereas people who've grown up and they know. I mean, we don't know names of flipping drugs like. And secondly, is theft. You know, well, which of course probably fueled by drugs like so that.
I think all kids need discipline, and they must know at the back of their mind that they're going, if they get into bother, what's going to, you know.
If there was a fight going on and a police officer appeared, it stopped. So now these days I've seen them cheeking them back, and police are starting to don't touch them and all this sort of thing. They just wade in and stop it.
I think if you looked after the kids, you know, and gave them a good interest, something where they can look forward, hey, it's so-and-so tomorrow, we go cycling or we go swimming or whatever, or we play football, rugby, chess, fantastic, you know, anything gives them a good interest.
But it's a big step to getting into that mentality, isn't it? You
A
know?
very big step
Yeah.
again to keep them interested, but that's the only hope you've got, really. You've got to try to do something, because it just used to be local did this, but now it's throughout the whole country. Communities breaking down. It gradually they started closing places down and things, and it's just got so now the kids have got nowhere to go. So is it any wonder they hang around street corners? Where the hell have they to go? They can't stay in all the time. Where the hell have they to go? They can't stay in all the time.
We used to play in the streets.
Everybody was more or less in work, even though there were hard times.
Neighbours were, you know, they seemed to help one another them days.
My mother said they were hard, but they were just.
If you could make one change now,
Teach children more to respect elders.
You know, they don't say that the older generations have got stuff to offer them, which we have in experience, and you know, some of us have been in trouble, you know, a lot of it. It's not been a easy ride for anybody, really.
You know, you've been as young as they were.
And they're going to get old as well. We're all
They're gonna be old, aren't they?
We're all actually the same people.